Two Dads, One Dut, the Hot Takes Podcast, episode 85. Tis
Staying
the
alive.
season. You guys ready for this?
Rah, 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 rah.
It's going to be a good pod, guys. Again, we're getting in the holiday spirit. A couple weeks away from the big day. Draft season, movie time.
Yeah. I actually genuinely forgot that we made it just tis the season, so I was waiting for you to say to be jolly, and that's why it got weird right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was leading you into it.
Tis the season to be potty.
Poddy.
Potty. But before we get to the old draft season part of the pod,
Yes.
there's going to be some shop talk,
Yes.
little wabs,
Worse than the best.
and then we're drafting.
I've heard of it.
Let's do it.
Before we get started, though, Trav,
Yes.
tell us who's sponsoring this pod.
Today's pod, episode 85, Tis the Season, is brought to you by First Shield Defense. You can only train at the range so much before it gets too expensive, too dangerous, or you run out of things you can safely train. First Shield Defense helps with this problem. Seeing how fast and accurate you are at the range should not be your only focus. Your self-defense training should include things like psychology of violence, what a killer looks for in their victims, legalities, decision-makings, combatives, and so much more. First Shield Defense will help you with all of it. Text or call 260-267-5200 today, 260-267-5200. Schedule your free consultation, firstshieldefense.com.
That's right. Let them know you heard us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon, Google, or you saw us right now, face to face. I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. We're smashing the like. We're hitting the subscribe. Skur's dropping the beat.
This guy.
Let's run it back.
Back in the home court, never felt safer. Never felt safer.
All right, do.
We are about Two Dads, One Dut, the Hot Takes Podcast. I am your one Dut, Justin Dutteroy,
My name is Travis, a.k.a. Trav Dad, a.k.a. Fake Dad.
a.k.a. Trevor.
A.k.a. Trevor. Not. But, quick PSA, that is a public service announcement. I do not hate women. I need that to be known. I need that to be stated. So before we introduce our third member, I want to go into this. So
Okay.
I apologize for stepping on your intro. It's like anytime you speak on any topic anymore and you say the word woman or women, a certain demographic just shuts their brain off and thinks it's an all-out attack.
Which demographic is that?
I don't know. That's why I don't want to point any fingers. I don't want to label anything because I don't want to get into
You're
it.
just saying it without saying it now?
Do you think there's a portion of the population that has already turned it off because they didn't get to hear my name?
Potentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I just wanted to say it.
Yeah, but
At this point, I'm not gonna. Just so you know.
Okay, perfect. So Skirt Dad over here that's talking. I put here
Yeah, it's me. No.
Hey, that's me, Skur Dad. All right.
coming at women is getting tangled up in recognizing the absolute.
Only in the word sense.
No, is getting tangled up with the absolute
Not the
truth.
going I'm worried about.
It's the coming, which is 100% a thing, the absolute truth, and what we should all strive to want and learn and understand. So, what I meant to get into before my anxiety just crippled me being at Bruner's Pub.
Shout out to everybody that came though.
Honestly.
Yeah,
I was
it
going to
appreciate
do that
you
first,
guys.
but I didn't know we were diving into this.
Yeah, but so
Getting
my,
right news the toilet takeaways right now.
the WNBA example I wanted to use, and with removing the gender aspect of it altogether, so it paints a clear, concise picture. I own an ice cream shop. I then hire Dud as my employee. Each year, the ICS, that is the ice cream shop, nets a revenue of negative $100,000. Pretty good, right?
Yep.
Because I'm the owner, I established an 80-20 revenue split with my employee Dud, making his share negative $20K. You now then come up to me and request to be paid a 50-50 split, so you want negative $50K. That is essentially what the WNBA argument was last week. And I don't understand how people sit there and genuinely think with like a clear conscience, man, this is making some sense. Like they should really do a 50-50 split with these ladies. Like, no, your business model sucks, respectfully. You're not making any money. You're
So
making
well, then what's the
negative-
point of not doing a 50-50 split?
Because I guess in theory it would hurt them even more.
How?
Because you're asking to make more negative money.
They're not making any money anyway, so what's the point? Like, they're not paying the negative 20% that they're not making.
Correct.
So what's the point of splitting it 50-50? So then when it does become profitable, if it does, then it's 50-50.
Yeah, I think
so
you're
it's
betting
not
on
taking
yourself.
any money out of your pocket.
It's just bad business any way you scoop it. That's an ice cream shop joke. But
right.
glad you
But
did
but I'm
that.
saying it's bad business either way.
yeah.
But to them, they see it's better business for them that if it does start to turn a profit, that they get 50-50 and not 80-20.
Sure. So we can cross that bridge when we get to a profitability standpoint. But right now, it's like we're already giving you a free handout. Now you want another one on top of the fact that you've done nothing but prove you're not making us any money. That's dumb. I don't care who you are. Any business person's going to be like, no.
Well, if I was a business person and I was like, well, you already owe me negative 20%, now you're going to owe me negative 50%. If I was the business person, I would agree to that deal.
Well, but I'm
Right?
saying, like, we're getting lost in the semantics of, again, the truth, which is it doesn't make any sense. And
I
so-
mean, right now, the WNBA, you're saying it like it doesn't make money. It just operates at a loss profit.
yeah,
So technically, it makes $60 million a year.
correct. To
But
keep
it-
the lights on is $70 million.
It's $70 million a
Yeah.
year. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
But if you look at it from when it first started, are they
Oh,
making more
no.
money then?
Let me-
So it is increasing, but the
Here's
linear line of the WNBA making
Keeps
money
moving.
and then the cost of operation is slowly. So like this is exponentially, this is linear. Eventually, this is going to cross. So it's going to become profitable where
You
the cost
hope.
of doing it is doing it.
That's
Yeah.
math.
But I guess
I get it now with the diagram.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To some level, the only thing I can say, like in a positive light, would be I don't know how people run their books anyways. So I feel like there's so many businesses out there, like the Netflixes of the world now, where you learn they're just like billions of dollars in debt, but
Yeah.
somehow they keep cranking out shows that cost billions of dollars. So you're just moving Rob and Peter to pay Paul, that whole thing. I mean, if you're the individual employee, I can understand wanting more, like what you were saying, because at the end of the day, you have nothing to do with like the higher up shit that they're working on.
Right.
So like, give me a bigger paycheck until we ultimately go under. Who knows when that day will be? Could be tomorrow. Could be 10 years from now.
Yeah, because I obviously on a just sheer bottom line scale,
Yes.
what you're saying makes perfect sense.
Yes.
I pay you X, we make Y. Y is less than X.
Why sucks?
And you want more money.
Yeah.
That I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I think it's not one of those where it's just one big check at the end of the year.
Correct.
It's like, hey, we're paying you this amount,
Yes.
but by the end of the year, we're actually in the hole.
Yeah.
And you're coming to me saying, hey, we actually want more money.
Right.
And as an owner, I'm like, well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We either have to cut expenses somewhere, which means maybe we're not staying at nicer hotels,
Yeah.
things like that,
Sure.
and I'll pay you some more money for your jerseys,
Right.
or we're going to have to cut something somewhere else, like
A whole team.
possibly.
Via con Dios.
But it's also their games are at like noon while everybody's at work. You can't go to those games.
We don't need to go down that rabbit hole if you don't want to.
I mean, but this is the context that I'm talking about that you have to talk about.
Well, 100%.
So if you want the TV revenue, but you're playing at fucking noon on a Tuesday on fucking ESPN The Ocho.
So the sad truth with that, an attendance scale of it, is their ticket prices on average, I think, are like a fifth or maybe even like a sixth or seventh of what an NBA ticket costs, which again makes sense. You're comparing billions of dollars versus negative 10 million. So I understand that. But there are high schools in Texas that have more people in attendance at their football games than a WNBA game.
Right.
Like, that's insane.
Have you seen the Permian Panthers?
But high
they're
school
good.
games are played on Fridays. These people are playing on
Under
Tuesday
the light.
at 4 p.m. It's different.
You can try to make the argument for it, but it's the same thing where like you could just throw it on its ass, so to speak. March Madness starts in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Well, that's special. That's an event.
Sounds like the WNBA wants to be special, so they need to
Well,
do
I think
something.
I think they want to be relevant because I
Yeah.
think what Dut's point is like
The March Madness is a tournament, right? So
Correct.
of all the best teams. And
Yeah.
this is just regular season.
right.
Okay.
like the
Yeah.
Tuesday night TNT game
Yeah.
between the Celtics and the Cavs.
Yeah.
That's at 8:00.
Yep.
You're watching that.
Yeah.
Are you watching it at noon?
I mean, potentially.
I don't think you are.
It's a
not.
good
You're
matchup.
not.
You're not.
You're not.
Because you
Yeah.
just probably can't.
Well, and I
mean, yes, you probably stream it from your phone,
sure.
but I think that.
We're gonna get into the rabbit hole of I don't want to do that.
Why
no,
not?
I understand what you're saying.
Because
The
you just want to look at it as black and white, and you're like, oh, it doesn't make money, but you want more money.
Well, no.
We're not
well,
paying
no, the black
women.
and white
Hi,
is
Travis.
at the hard truth is nobody wants to watch a WNBA basketball.
100%.
game.
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
the hard truth.
The hard truth is I don't want to watch something that is anti-highlights.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do think there are times where there's something on my TV even though I don't want to watch it.
Correct.
And I think that's his point, where it's like, if it's on at noon, you're already starting me behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was on at 7, there's a chance it might get stopped on my television
We just turned
to
off
get some revenue.
men's soccer, and it was the championship. You think we're going to keep a WNBA game on?
Who turned off men's soccer?
Fuck no, this guy.
Wow.
He thought it was basketball. But again,
I thought it was how you play.
So,
Oh, of course, yes.
okay, well.
But two weeks ago, though, you thought your argument here, if we won the ship, it would be a huge deal. And we're like, no, soccer here doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Unless
But
it's
anyways.
women's. Unless it's women's.
Buckle up, because there's a comma. And
Well, I'm just saying that there could be more whatever.
equality.
Yeah, because it's like go down to the collegiate level where everything's even because you have the athletic department
Yeah.
and they pay sports. Obviously, some things get more branched out money; they make more money. But it's like IU women's was playing in a hotel conference room for their game, and that's trash bananas. They were at like the hotel, and they just set up the hardwood floor in like the big ballroom conference room, and they had to play their game there. And then you have Michigan State playing Gonzaga on a U.S. naval ship, and you're just like, all right.
Not my problem. That's again. So we're trying to take something that is ultimately.
But I'm saying if you break it down at the collegiate level where everything's supposed to be equal, where everything gets divvied out from the athletics department, then everything should be able to play at least in a stadium, correct?
Sure, break that down to even a further rooted level of male and female. Male sports are going to just be more entertaining.
So it's not entertaining, so just put it in the conference room? Conference room B. You hate women. You hate women.
It puts asses in the seats, man. Like, again, it's a tough pill, but what I shouldn't say it like that, but it's like at the end of it all.
I didn't ask to put it on primetime television.
No,
I said just take it out of the hotel conference
And I get
room
that, but-
and play on an actual court in an actual stadium. That's too much to ask.
It's too much to ask because they're not solving the root issue, which is you don't make fucking money. So why are they going to put
The
you
whole
somewhere-
athletics department makes money. So the athletics, all athletics make money. It's an athletics department. You can't divvy it up to, okay, this makes more money, they get more money.
I'm pretty sure
That's
they do.
not fair.
It's probably not fair, but guess what happens? Life is an unfair world. I would guarantee that the men's college basketball somehow gets funded more by some booster, whoever, versus the women's. Like, sorry about you. It's just the way the world works as it stands right now. You
I
want
got a sweet patch of grass back here. You guys want to bounce the ball on that?
Anyway, so buckle up again, like I said.
Here we go.
The toilet seat debate, because I feel like we kind of skimmed over that too. I really wanted to preface, I do not hate women, but I want to have these conversations because, again, I think
You want them
it's-
to get their hands dirty. Touch that toilet seat, I'm pissing all over.
No, so we speak on wanting equality for everyone, but I find it very interesting when we find something that was unbalanced in the other direction, even as stupid as lifting or lowering a shitter cap. Nope, don't want to hear it. And it's like, you understand the irony here, right?
Who didn't want to hear it? You say it like nobody wanted to hear
You're the
it.
one that brought up the example.
I know. I
Yeah.
agreed with you. It's even. It's 1-1 move.
No, I'm saying the video that you saw where as soon as the guy mentioned it, they were like, I'm out of here. This is stupid.
The wife did because I feel like he does it just to goad her into it.
Yeah. But so I put here, using the breakup movie as an example, she wanted Vince Vaughn to want to do the dishes. Isn't it possible? Crazy concept. Men want women to want to do things too, just like subconsciously, and not have to tell them. Like, can it go both ways? That's kind of my whole point is like, yes, I get it. We had to really work on getting everybody at the same level. I think honestly we're kind of there in a sense, but nobody wants to admit it because it's the whole like, what laws do like women have or don't have that men do? It's all the same.
What laws?
Well,
I don't think you want to phrase it like that, my guy. You're gonna open up a can of worms.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to open though. Is it's like again, you want to argue for all this stuff, and it's like there's nothing really to argue in a sense because we.
Roe versus Wade. You want to argue that?
My point being, like it's your choice.
It's not. That's not their choice anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
Not everywhere. Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily even think, if we're really being honest,
Mm-hmm. Be honest.
I don't think we want equality.
Yeah, you want it where it makes sense to you,
Correct.
and where it doesn't.
I mean, as
you're
human beings, you're always trying to get one up somebody.
Yeah.
We're always literally half of podcasts and shows, you're debating who's better than who.
Yeah.
Who had this better season?
Yeah.
Who's a better singer?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah.
It's not in the best interest of everybody to be equal.
Yeah.
That's what makes people great, is because you know what I am?
Interesting.
I'm way better at this than you.
What's that?
You're better at this than me. Like, it evens out.
I'm better at Apex than you guys, that's for sure.
I don't try.
You're not better than your teammates, that's for sure.
You've seen the stats.
I have. That's how I know.
But yeah, anyways, I think depending on certain topics that are polarizing and people like just for some reason cringe when it gets brought up, it's like there's a truth there, and I apologize if along the way you feel like you're getting stepped on, but that's not what the purpose of this argument is or this conversation is. It's like open dialogue should be always like welcomed and what people should want to do. Are there going to be uncomfortable conversations? Probably.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you would want rather than everybody being like, we're all happy and we're all like, everything's just grand. Like, no.
I mean, I didn't know this was a thing. Like, is there a big advocacy for the toilet seat to stay up? Like, are men pretty bitter about this?
I don't know.
No, I saw it on a video and I was like, yeah, this is just really interesting because you're literally taking something that's so random and minute. And again, it's like potentially just a shitstorm bruise because it's like, hey, I'm not going to put this up anymore because why? And people just lose their minds.
Because we're talking about just the cap or the actual seat part
The
of
seat.
it?
Because it's like growing up, I was always told lift the seat up when you pee, put it down when you're done.
100%.
So nobody falls in.
Oh, okay. So this will be my last thing.
But it also goes like both ways. Like if my brother had to poop, I put the seat down for him. It's for anybody that needs to sit, not just for ladies.
What are you doing in there? What are you,
know
going
what
to
I
do?
mean?
Are you going to poop? Hold on 1 second. We're down.
Well, I'm just saying. So I lift it up when I pee and I put it down when I'm done.
Well, I think strategically, it just makes sense to put it down.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance everybody can use it when it's down.
Yep.
I may have to poop. You may have to pee.
Yeah.
If I'm just going to pee as a man, I
may
can
sit
just
pee.
I can
Travis is leave it up, and then whoever's next, whatever you got to do,
You decipher
you
it.
move it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
So
one movie. It's one
potentially
movie
he
either way.
could be doing the same move, but he's going to the bathroom separate time. Still one move.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
zero moves if you peed last and then you're peeing again. It's still up.
So to tie a bow on it, and it's probably going to make it even worse for me, but Anthony Mackie, shout out to him, Falcon, a.k.a. the new Captain America.
Are you about to say make me a sandwich?
Yep.
Classic.
He has that video where he's talking to, who's that Wendy chick?
Wendy Williams, I think.
She sucks ass.
Classic, you hate her. She's a woman.
Well, no, her talk show is just absolute butt.
It's
But
tough.
yeah,
That's tough.
they're talking about like again like men and women, and he was like, yeah, go make me a sandwich, and she like, oh, what? And he's like, no, like you're misunderstanding me. He's like, when we go out to dinner, like, and I ask you to go Dutch, what are you gonna say? Hell no. Okay. When we go out to the car and I don't open your door, what are you gonna say? Open my door. Exactly. So make me a sandwich. And he's like, when somebody comes up to you and starts hollering at you and talking sideways, what are you gonna do? You're gonna want me to do something about it. He's like, it's just this trade-off that should be like looked at as a, like, what do you want to say? Like a balance act almost, like a marriage in a sense. Like it's just natural, or like maybe not natural, but innately just inside us, like deep down. I don't know, primal instincts. You know what I mean?
I think it's finding your balance of what make me a sandwich is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like that's
it's not necessarily
I'm
make
not
me
gonna
a
lie,
sandwich.
it's
yeah,
not that
but what's
direct.
the trade-off of if
Yeah.
you want me to do all these things,
I'm gonna do
what are
these-
you going to do for me?
Yeah, I'm going to do these manly things for you. Like, it's basically saying, you know, make me a sandwich, like the feminine side of things, like do the lady, like, you know, traits or qualities, whatever. Not saying that it all just has to be in the kitchen, but that's what his example was. And it's like, I will handle the masculine things, you handle the feminine things.
I don't know if I.
Love it or hate it?
It's not necessarily what I was saying. I didn't say masculine or feminine. I was just saying
No,
these are
just
the things he
the
has
make
to
me
do
a
with it.
sandwich part of it. Because if it's the way you explained it.
Yeah.
Because you're basically saying, like, if we just randomly go out to dinner, I'm assuming we're a couple.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, just this one time to the waiter, actually, we're going Dutch. We're each paying for it. You're going to be upset. Because you're assuming that I'm going to pay for both of us because we're together.
Yeah.
And then you're saying if you're flapping off at the mouth to somebody.
No. Like somebody just starts basically approaching you and almost gets like threatening.
Correct.
Like the man is going to instinctively step up to the plate.
Right.
You would hope.
But if I like assume that you're in the kitchen and I'm hungry and I'm like, hey, make me a sandwich, and you're like, no, that's what you were going for. Like, that's what he was trying to say. Like, you're going to get pissed off about that, but I can't be upset when you're like trying to put these stereotypes on me.
Yes, I think.
Is that kind of how this is going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like if you're going to stereotype me, then I should be able to stereotype you. I don't know. I think we got lost there.
I mean, it makes sense because that was back to my whole point. Like, we say we want equality, but I don't think we really do.
Yeah.
Like, our actions are kind of innate in us where it's like, I'm assuming this role. You're going to assume yours. Let's hope we don't overstep.
I almost think a lot of it is, weirdly enough, like we're just super bored because there's not a lot of stuff to do anymore. So we just invent things to like argue and bicker about.
There's a lot of stuff to do. We just don't do them.
Yeah.
Everything's virtually done.
Touche. Yeah, but that's the intro.
Skur, tell them who you are.
Yeah.
The real dad. The skirt dad.
Yeah, but so you got your 7th win. 4 weeks left. Go ahead, recap it. Take your 30.
Well, the Fresh Prince of the Draft. You can't hate me. My win column couldn't be Fuller House. You know what I'm saying? We're just in here.
What was your 3rd and final?
SpongeBob. You can't win with SpongeBob as your song. You
Yeah.
just can't.
Oh, I can't?
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That plays
You're a real
really well.
Squidward right now, dude.
Yeah, that plays really well. Okay.
No, but thank you, Offspringers. I appreciate it. You grew up same time I grew up. We love the same shows, the catchy songs. If you like Travis's songs, you could download those on Spotify because they're actual songs that were made before the show. So
And they're fire. They are fire. They just so happen to be TV theme song shows. That's a tough
I don't
twister.
think they're songs that were picked for a show intro. That's
Thus
not a
becoming
TV
the theme.
song. No, that's not. That's not the theme of the song.
That was a good show song.
That's a thong.
Go where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
That's a theme for a bar called Cheers.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to go. What are we arguing?
Yeah.
Mine were good.
No, what the pages are unwritten.
Staring at the blank
Page before you, open up the dirty window. Welcome to high school. It's One Tree Hill. It's different.
That's not the same one, you idiot.
What is it?
I thought it was Gavin DeGraw.
I don't want to be anything other than
The
what
lyrics, I
I've
know
been.
that's because of that. I never watched one episode.
Fire.
I just
Which one's unwritten?
Just heard
Is
you
that
sing.
the Hills?
The Hills.
The Hills.
That's
Nice.
a banger, though, too. What an intro. What a theme song. Okay, so I have a quick segment before Shop Talk. Is that cool?
Is it different than you hating women?
I don't hate women. PSA, just so people know. Rewind
I
the
prefaced it. I said no offense.
tape. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I say after it.
Doesn't matter what I say after.
I said no offense.
This one, I'm sure more will be added to it in the future, but it's what I like to call the special place in hell for these people.
Okay. Hate
It's-
women and womenators.
Period.
He-Man Womanators Club.
No, it's
W period O period M period.
it's the no, it's the ones that leave their phone ringtone on. Those people have a special place in hell.
Like during what?
Just
Just
life.
in general. Like right now, your phone would ring and it would just be on, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's mine." No shit, it's yours. Nobody has their ringtone on, and that's my whole point. Is it's like it happened at work, and it drove me fucking crazy because it's like we're all sitting there, it's peaceful, everybody's phone's on vibrate. I assumed, and
Mine
then
wasn't.
you just hear this fucking early 2000s Chris Brown like.
Hell yeah.
I see you can run it, and it's just like, shut this the fuck up.
No
Like,
way, dude. Let that play. Don't answer that. That's
well,
what I'd say.
He was great, and then he roundhoused a girl in the face. He
And
hates
then it got
women.
great again.
Yeah, he hates women. But no, it's one of those where I'm like, I don't care that this is your ringtone. Nobody now thinks you're cooler because this just played for like 20 seconds and we got a couple bars. Like,
I did.
shut it the fuck up and answer it.
No, I completely disagree.
What?
Bring ringtones back.
100%. Like, I'm so, and it's funny because I just thought about this right before you told me about this.
Yeah, they're all trash.
They're not.
Yeah.
Like,
Terrible.
we are so
If we
self-absorbed.
could bring back ringback tones, bring those back too, dude.
No.
100%.
Call me.
No.
Pay 99 cents a
Kiss
month
me through the phone.
so people could hear some nice tunes before they're talking to
Yeah,
me.
dude.
No.
I'm gonna text you. I just want to hear this song. Don't fucking answer.
Trash. What were you going
Let
to
me
say?
hear that banger.
How, like, I wanted to bring it back.
No.
Like, it was just when you had the personalized ringtone. So, like, when you heard something, you knew who it was.
Yeah.
You're just like, nice.
No.
It's just a good feeling.
I literally put like if I could make it to where like when my alarm goes off, it would just like shock me and like stay quiet. I would do that.
Why?
Like I would pay the extra if that was like an iPhone feature. I would pay for it because I don't. The only sound my phone should make
What if it happens while you're sleeping?
Is the rain sounds when I'm sleeping.
That's
Like,
the worst.
I need the white noise and that's it.
No.
I don't need any other
If you're
sound.
going to use it for that,
Yeah.
you should have to listen to ringtones.
Nope.
If you can't go to sleep without sound, you can't complain. You can't complain about your phone making a sound when somebody calls you.
Well, then, since
That
you guys are
period.
such big dick riders of ringtones, what would be your go-to ringtone?
Right now,
Yep.
I touch myself.
Everything about you, I touch myself. What would yours be?
I don't know.
Okay.
Mine would be the theme song to Growing Pains
I think.
because it was.
No. What was the?
It was.
What's Golden Girls?
You don't know the Golden Girls theme song?
No. What is it?
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, I would want that one.
Nice.
That'd be nice. Make me feel like more included, more happy. Yeah.
But I feel like if you have a ringtone, there should be stipulations. Like you can't change it like every hour.
Well, no shit, idiot. It'd be like every day.
Oh my
feel-
god. No,
No,
like
I'm
it should
saying,
be
like,
like a
people would do
30-day
that.
deal.
Yeah, you
30-day
sign
deal.
up for it. Yeah, it's like this song is.
What
now
if you
your-
could just personalize it to that person?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then I just personalize all of them. But you're saying like a generic, like a different, like a random call?
Correct.
I had to change it every 30 days, like every month?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
mean, realistically, outside of a number that you don't know, how many people call you that you answer?
Easily like
It's less than 10, right?
3 to 7.
More now, just because I hand my business card out.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like for you to actually personalize ringtones
Oh.
to where you would hear it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? That's got to be less than 10 nowadays.
I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Top 8,
I would
baby.
need 11.
I'd probably need like 7.
Those are my favorites.
Because
5 are
you
my
could
family.
put more in, but how many do you really think that you would hear in a 30-day span?
2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I need 11.
Yeah.
I could probably hear 2.
2 would be fine. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, shop talk. Go for it. What do you want to do? You talked about it, so you lead us in.
I think the airport situation needs a complete overhaul.
Ooh.
Airport Part 3. The trilogy.
Surely don't call me that.
Saga continues.
I don't understand. Like, the whole plane situation. I took a flight from Fort Wayne, Indiana to Atlanta,
Shout out the Dirty Bird.
and then I
Shout
took a
out.
flight from Atlanta to Nashville. So my
Love that.
my flight from Fort Wayne to Atlanta was like an hour and 25, hour and 30 minutes.
Good wave to it.
Yeah, the one from
Fast
Atlanta to
Let me get
Nashville
that parachute.
was
Just jumping out.
39 minutes.
Love it.
Yeah.
And the plane that I was in for the 39 minutes was twice as big as the plane that I was in
Really?
for the hour and 30 minutes.
Because you went to the hub, so
Yeah.
obviously you're going to get on like a Boeing 737.
And
or
I'm like,
whatever.
I mean, I was like, are you kidding me?
No?
And I just assume now, like
like
everything,
boarding and taking off take longer than probably the flight.
100%.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, the pilot. Well, there's a little bit of weather up here, so truth be told, we're probably not going to turn the seatbelt sign off. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to serve you during this flight. And I'm like, we're in the air for like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
You're not sending somebody down the aisle anyway.
Yeah. It's one of those, like we talked about before, I think, where I'm like, it just weirds me out sometimes when the pilot talks to you like we know exactly what this fucking flight indicator bullshit is. He's like, yeah, so we're going to be coming in about due west here. Winds blowing about 34 degrees south Celsius. Yeah, if you look out the right window, you're going to see something pretty. A little turbulence, maybe 10 minutes in. Have a good flight. What?
I don't listen to him.
And then
immediate AirPods in.
I hate with everything in my being when they do you hear the boom. All right, guys, get ready and prepare for landing. We're going to be flying down here in about 30 to 45 minutes. Call me then. Don't call me now. I have 30 or 45 more minutes. Shut the fuck up, pilot. Fly this bitch. Land it. Call
You're
me
not
when-
paying attention to that dude. You have your AirPods in.
No, dude. When I hear that ding, I know I'm like, we're about to land. And then I'm like, nope, because this guy's going to tell me we got 45
it's
more
10 minutes
fucking
into your flight, the bing goes off. Like, oh, we're there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, yes, like this nap did its job. I slept for the majority of it. Ding, let's land this puppy. And then he does the thing where some dude, they're like, our initial descent will be starting now. It's going to be in about 20 minutes. Thank you for the flight. I hope you enjoy leaving.
Yeah,
Have a
the
good day."
initial descent, dude. You're not fucking going down. Oh, there it is.
Don't know why you
no
don't.
dive, do it.
But I'm just saying, like, tell me when we're descending. Don't tell me we're about to descend. I know what the fuck's happening.
He's just keeping you in the loop, man.
Don't give a fuck. We're-
About to descend is, we're about to land. You should just start doing this.
Sir, we're
You're
in
like,
the
oh, tell me
air.
when we're landing. You think it's just like, meow.
Yes,
No,
We're-
that's not
we're
how it
in
goes.
the air. Call me when we're about to be out of the air on the ground.
Well, here, this kind of sums it up too, because again, the flight that I was on for less than 45 minutes, screens in the back of every seat, and
World
not-
Cup on?
you could have watched it.
Yeah.
I watched on the way down.
Yep.
Nice.
And again, I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not an avid traveler. 1 or 2 flights a year at best. I
Novice.
just assume you're paying for everything. Lady came down, wanted to know if I wanted something to drink. I asked for a Diet Coke. I got my wallet out, and she's just like, "Oh no, you don't have to pay for this." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?"
Idiot.
Not pop.
Screens come on,
Yeah.
and of course it's the old school like 3.5 millimeter headphone jack.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
have it.
Yep.
Have things that plug into my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. Finally get a screen in my seat.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
even listen to it.
Yeah.
Lady walks by. She goes, "Headphones?" And I was like, "Yeah, please." I was gonna pay whatever it was. She's like,
$50.
She's like, "Oh, just hands it to me. Nothing."
Yeah.
Watch the shows. I assume I'm gonna have to pay for something. I'm like,
No, it's free.
this is all free, and it's on a flight that's 38 minutes.
Yeah. It's
But
because
I
you're,
On
on
the longer flight.
But I got to crunch like this for an hour and 30 minutes next to just.
you're on the big boy flights. Like that's flight 101 stuff, man.
But what I'm saying is that every flight should just be the standard now. I should be able to fly on just about any airline and have a screen in my headset or on my seat. That doesn't seem like it's that crazy of a deal.
Because here's the thing, and you basically touched on it without thinking you're touching on it, is the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack is in everything. The USB ports are now in everything. Shocker, everything's going to Type C. Everything's going to like something else. And it's like right when everything catches up to where they think we need to be, we come out with a bunch of other shit. So it's like maybe TVs will be the one universal thing where it's like, yeah, just give me a touchscreen and like we can do this. But everything else is going to be constantly updated because God forbid we just have something that's convenient and just stick with it.
Well,
Yeah.
like the one plane, that same plane had Wi-Fi on it, and again, I thought for sure I was paying for that. Nope,
Nope.
just I could text if I
Yeah.
wanted to stream something. I had to pay for it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
I think the Wi-Fi's dog shit on a plane anyways. I never
I
fucked
mean,
with
I don't use it, didn't use it,
Yeah.
but I'm like, this is a nice perk.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not flying like first class,
Yeah.
but I do still feel like this should pretty much just be the standard. Like this is the base package car at this point.
Yeah. I mean, spoiled, yes, because I think I
What'd you
talked.
fly? American?
Oh, we flew Delta.
Delta?
Yeah.
Well,
like,
Delta's pretty
Delta,
high, yeah.
American, like those three, I feel like are just.
You're not going to find that on Allegiant or
Spirit.
Spirit.
But yeah, but they're the standard, I feel like, and then Allegiant and Spirit are the trash ones, and then it's like when you go international, there's other airlines you've never heard of that are just like, I mean, their planes
Emirates.
are insane,
Yeah.
like it's fucking phenomenal. But what else do you hate about airports?
So again, not to step on anything earlier there, but this goes back to
Women.
yeah, I'm a fan. Kind of what you said. So again, Friday
Mention
morning,
board first.
6 a.m. flight.
Yeah.
Get there, flew out of Fort Wayne, had to de-ice the wings. Okay.
Interesting. Flamethrowers.
Yep, that's what they did.
Yep.
We sat tarmac, got all that done about 30 minutes, taking off. So we are on our descent. That the pilot was nice enough to tell us that we were getting ready to start.
Uh-huh.
And they're just like, hey, sorry for the delay. These are your gates. If you guys are rushing or something like this. Basically kind of foreshadowing like what might be happening.
Yeah.
And, well, it turns out you don't always have enough time to get to your connecting flight.
Yes, you do.
No,
We
you
don't.
don't. I told
Yes,
you.
do.
We got off the plane. We did absolutely nothing but beeline it to our gate. Door shut. Missed it. It was none of our fault. We didn't check bags. We didn't get anything at baggage claim. We got off the plane. We went to our place. No bathroom breaks. Door shut. And what was nice about the sweetheart was she was just like, yeah, and we just shut it like a minute ago. Well, that's nice
Bitch.
because that doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
And she was
Say it was shut 30 minutes ago, you moron.
right. And so she was just like, yeah, so at this point, there's going to be another lady that comes up. Like, she can help you take care of it, or you can go down to the desk and, like, they can reschedule. And I'll go into that later on. Shocker, this might have been the worst part of the week. But it's like there has to be a different set of situations because I even looked it up. It's like health and safety or, like, threat of injury or something is the only time they're open in that door. Like,
Yeah.
once it's locked or shut.
Yeah, they can't. It's just protocol for whatever reason.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that absolutely respects it.
Airtight.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
rules are rules.
Yeah.
But given in today's,
It happened to me, so we're going to bend those rules.
Yeah.
but again, we live in a world now where it's just different. Like, places aren't operating with the same amount of employees. Like things aren't running as smooth as they used to.
Efficiency, don't need it.
Correct. So I feel like you kind of have to relook at some of these protocols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the flight we were on was short staffed. That's why we waited in Fort Wayne for 40 minutes because they couldn't do that on time.
Yeah.
Ipso facto, we were 40 minutes late arriving where we were supposed to, not getting on our connected flight.
The weird thing.
You can see the plane. It's still there. Open the door.
Yeah. The thing that I have more and more interest in is thinking of all the jobs where, like, if you're genuinely sick, it just feels like you can't call off or you're fucked. Like, the establishment's fucked. Or, like, this happens and it's just this ripple effect that's like now butterfly effect, and all of a sudden there's a fucking typhoon in Japan or something. But, like, that's a butterfly effect.
No, I get it.
Yeah. But that's what
I
I'm
get it.
Yeah. But it's just,
Stretch, but
it's
I get
weird.
it.
And I don't.
Oh, we went down that road. We're like, man, the only good thing about this is like, say that plane goes down and we didn't get on it.
Man.
It's like,
Final destination, dude. Calm down.
Jesus
Death
Christ.
always finds you.
Yeah, but all that to say, like, I'd have to see the film. Like, I guarantee you guys didn't beeline it.
we 100% did.
Again, I'd have to see the film. Check the
Well, they
tape.
also were 40 minutes late landing.
Sure.
And again,
So that was the big thing.
but I feel like usually in those situations, like I
They
get it. You don't want to
radio
slow
ahead.
the whole airport down, but right, like, hey, we're delayed. I've been on delayed flights. They still take off.
Yeah.
But this was like, no, you just missed it.
Yeah.
Well, what happens from here? Because this has never happened to me.
Right.
I've only missed 2 flights in my whole life. They were both self-inflicted wounds.
Well, and then again, so we walk. I'll save that. But I feel like,
You're like, wait, I'm going to incriminate myself? Psych, not talking about that.
No, he's going to save it for his work.
yeah,
but-
because again, like we go down to a coffee shop.
Oh, so you didn't beeline it.
This is later
This
on.
is after they missed it. They have
Correct.
time now.
This
oh,
is-
and after you talk to, like, the therapist or
This is
whoever's,
coming
like,
home.
talking
This
off
is
the
this
ledge.
is days later.
Come in this room. We're going to console you.
But no, there's this lady. She's at one of the coffee shops and she's just by herself. And she takes like 3 orders, then like starts to make a cup of coffee. The line over here gets bigger, stops making the coffee, comes, takes more orders. Like it was a 20-minute ordeal to get a cup of coffee. And like you can tell people are talking about it, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, she probably could handle this a little bit better.
Right.
But she's just by herself.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is she supposed to do?
The optics always be bad, but that's where she, as like a person that's working by themselves, there's ways to present yourself as like you're busy. And when people don't, that's what irritates people, I think, at the end of the day. Like if you're just kind of being this like lackadaisical, like walking over, what do you want? Okay. All right, let me go make this coffee. And again, I get it. You're working and like technically you're doing what you're supposed to do. Act like you have a sense of urgency and people
Nah.
will respect it.
I get paid by the hour. I don't get paid by the cup of coffee. Fuck
But
you.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I mean, that's where
Word.
some people usually will take that approach to it. But I'm like, yeah, all you have to do is just act busy and you'll be fine. People will respect it.
And do you think it's a draw to be like one of the establishments in an airport? Like, do you think the business itself seeks out the airport? Like, if you're McDonald's, are you like, ooh, Fort Wayne is expanding. Like, we need to be in there. Or do you think the airports themselves reach out and be like, we need a Starbucks, we need a Chick-fil-A?
I think it's like anything else. The elitists, like, they wait for them to get approached.
I think the airports build and then they see who wants to come in there.
Yeah.
So it's like they
You
build,
build
it and
we
they're
will
like
come
they're
type situation.
they're approaching like everybody and just seeing who wants to come in there.
Yeah. Mickey D's and Starbucks will always.
'Cause I think it's just basically like commercial real estate. Like you're building this building, but then you're just sending out people to try and get the lease and like lease these spots.
I mean, there was a little carton of grapes that was $7. Ugh.
That's airport, baby.
And that's when I'm like, man,
Grapes blow,
something,
too.
You're an
You're
idiot.
stupid.
Yeah.
Something's got to give. It's already expensive to travel. Like once I'm in, give me like a drink special. Like this
Nah.
McDonald's value meal is normally $5 on the streets. It should be like $3 in the airport.
No, you go to like a Chili's or an Applebee's or a TGI Fridays. It's like a tall 20-ounce Bud Light's like $15, and you're just like, fuck, I'm gonna chug it and just hopefully catch a buzz.
Oh yeah, the 3 of us had breakfast. We basically had like a breakfast sandwich that you would have on a bagel, and me and Mom had beers, $55.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 sandwiches and 2 beers.
And none of it was right home about like noteworthy anything.
yeah, I mean the sandwich was good, but never for like $14.
Could have made it myself if you would have put me back in the kitchen. Would have tasted the exact same, maybe even better.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what else?
What else? I think I had one more thing. I don't understand because it's going to be more, about it when it's the worst. I I think everybody, you can kind of tell the people that are travelers or have traveled.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like they just have this look where it's like,
Douche.
correct. And it's like, oh, this is your first flight. Like,
Yeah.
you need to just kind of, I mean, this guy's just draped over 3 seats, headphones in, plugged into something. And it's like, I get it if like there's a lot of empty seats, but as people are starting to pile in and you're just sprawled out
Yeah.
and it's like 5 p.m, this isn't, the 6 a.m. flight where you should be
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah. And at that point, that's the best part about airports is literally nobody gives a fuck. So just lay on the ground.
Right. Like the
Use your
things
bag
that
as a
should
pillow.
matter, like you guys are super
Yeah.
enforcing on some of these rules.
Like closing
Yeah.
the airplane doors.
Right. But other things, it's the Wild West.
Yeah.
You're just like anything goes.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
I love it, baby.
There needs to be more sit-down restaurants
Yeah.
in airports, I believe.
And just more efficiency to it.
Yeah.
Like it's nobody wants to go and sit down at any restaurant establishment like versus the fast food line because you have to run that whole risk of sitting down, praying you get served in a timely manner, praying you get your food served
They
in
always
a
give
time.
you time.
Well, yes, when it's going from A to B. Now you're making a pit stop. And that's where it's like
C adjacent.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Like if the wait time, the layover time isn't at least an hour and a half,
Yeah.
I'm not chancing it. You can't do it.
Just go sit down and just scroll.
You just got to sit down and scroll. Yep.
Yeah.
I just think
Go to
all
the vending machine, like the kiosk.
Yeah.
Let me get a bag of chips. Let me get a Mountain Dew.
Boom.
I just think all of air travel needs an overhaul. I think we need to rethink the whole thing.
And I said it and you guys thought it was stupid.
No, you just want loud. You just want a party. You just want loud music playing.
And
I'm not asking for that
That's
at
a
all.
different overhaul.
Step in the
He's
right
talking about
direction.
different overhaul. You're talking about
Yeah, I
party
need
overhaul.
efficiency
I think we're on the same page.
and the
We're saying
experience.
the same thing.
You're
I mean,
not.
literally,
But you're going to different destinations.
Sure.
You're saying the same
Airplane
thing with
joke.
different
Airport joke.
definitions.
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant. It was literally just called Chicken and Beer.
I love
Love
it.
it.
I said, okay,
The
it's
C and
pretty
B.
good.
The C and B, baby.
What do you want? I'll have the chicken and a
pasta.
beer.
I don't hate it. Okay. So now normal shop talk. Shop.
I mean,
So that
it's all
wasn't normal?
shop talk.
What? No, because that was the airport
That's
shop
the
talk.
elitist in you.
No, that was the airport shop
Uh-huh.
talk. Yeah, it went first. So I put here, it's the hating on everything that's mainstream and cliche. I think it's reached an all-time laughable state.
That's you.
Well, no. So what?
No, I was just laughing because you said it's laughable. So I was laughing.
Oh, but no, he said me though.
Yeah.
That's not funny. So this guy on TikTok, he rates and reviews music, and he basically he stitches them together, and like somebody will bring up like albums or just put up X amount, and he just says like W or L, and he goes through them, and it's like unless you name some underground artist that's like 10 years away from stardom, he's just like L, and I'm like, dude, Taylor Swift's new album is fucking good. Shut the fuck up. There's a reason billions of people are going to her shows.
W.
And then he does the thing. Exactly. And then it's like Drake in 21, her loss pops up. Big L, super bloated. Can't even believe this like made it to like an album state. And I'm like, you just want to be that guy. Like you just want to like somehow reach out to him and be like, you're kind of a piece of shit, aren't you? Like you're just that dude that's, I'm different. This is edgy because I only like these people that are like playing in fucking back alley like grunge bars and they're going to be something someday. What about the people that did that and now they are something? Like
L.
we can like that music. Like I just think it's so bizarre to me, and it's the same thing in the fashion world because they do the thing with shoes. So I think you'll appreciate it where they're like, what's the craziest shoe right now that you can think of, or like what's the best shoe on the market? And somebody will say one and they're just like, I can't believe this guy picked fucking Dunks. Are you serious? And it's like, if you don't pick something that's so off the fucking wall, like the scissor shoes, you're a fucking idiot. And it's like that same person is standing there in a Gucci trash bag with like assless chaps on.
There's a shoe called Dunks.
Yeah. Nike Dunks.
I don't know,
That's
but I haven't bought an actual tennis shoe, and I couldn't tell you how long.
And that's okay. But it's, again, the irony and like the hypocrisy to it is somebody could be walking around like insert a celebrity.
A very popular shoe, and this guy's like L.
Well, yeah. And or it would be somebody, again, Taylor Swift, fucking Post Malone. Somebody walks around in those like Walmart Velcro shoes, and they'd be like, honestly, though, he's got something.
W.
W.
See, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so fucking funny because I'm like,
The guy's walking around in just tires. It's like, oh yeah.
yeah, it's a huge W. Like, yeah. And I'm just like, you understand the fashion world and like people that judge stuff and they're just like, if you're not so off the wall and just off kilter, L. Like, it's fucking stupid. I hate it. It drives me crazy.
That's so you. Though. I can't wait till I bring something up and you're like, dude,
Trash.
that's so fucking trash.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
I mean, couldn't you
Trash.
argue that
Trash. Super trash, dude.
Dude, but billions of people eat it, so it's got to be something.
L. Big L.
see?
No, L.
Marvel
no,
right
the-
now. Marvel right now.
Yeah. Oh, L. Huge L.
Idiot.
Yeah. No,
Multiverse of Madness.
L.
W.
This is a great game. We should just play this game. Okay, now I get
Wakanda
man.
forever.
L. L. No, but you know what was a W? Wakanda's mom. Or Black
Wakanda's mom.
Black Panther's mom. She was a W. She was
Jesus.
I know
She
we're
was
gonna,
the best part of the second movie.
Yeah.
we're gonna do a Marvel one, a deep dive one with Fisher, hopefully, knock on wood. And it is one of those where that movie was begging, like we talked about, for somebody to take it over. She did when she was on screen, but it was like clearly in the plot she wasn't meant to be the person. L.
Well, she's clearly the best actor that's
He
on the
doesn't hate
screen.
women, I
today.
promise.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. She was really good.
But she's,
But you're like, she was
she's
supposed to be
literally
it,
the most
but clearly
tenured.
she wasn't.
She's literally the most tenured actress on that movie.
Yeah, but I think it was
So
something.
that's why
too-
she's just a better actress.
Well, didn't a story come out where
She
they,
was in a groove.
no Stella, but no, they said. I thought something came out where she had an argument with like the writers or producers or something. So they like her death wasn't supposed to be a thing.
Big L.
They wrote
Yeah.
they wrote that in.
I think she just wanted more money, probably equal pay.
80-20, 50. L.
That would suck, dude. Could you imagine though? Like you just piss off like your boss, and he's not even really your boss.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, here's this. Did you get the rewrite?
You are
Check your email."
Guess who's dead, sucker?
What?
Guess who's
That would suck.
Honey, take a picture. I'm doing great. Oh, dead.
No, it's fucking Dane Cook's Vicious Circle when he's like, what if when you die, he's like, you just get up to heaven and just everybody's there waiting to greet you. He's like, guess who's dead, sucker? All right, come on over. Give me a hug. He's like, float over here with me. but no, that L. Yeah, that would suck if you got written out.
The original script, she kills Neymar.
Right.
Oh, hey, look what happens here.
We can't do that, sweetie. He's kind of in the future.
You go to the ancestral plane, you bring back T'Challa. Nah, not no more. Dead.
Okay.
It's your son.
The next and on the last shop talk, last thing. Texas is currently trying to pass a bill that would ban social media for anybody 18 years or younger.
As they should.
I think that's kind of awesome. I think
That is
that's
awesome.
I think that's where the way the world's moving towards. That's the only way we'll potentially be able to control social media, and it's kind of crazy that we've gotten to that point.
It's kind of crazy that that's already a thing. Like it says, hey, you can't be on here unless you're 18. And you're just like, I was born September 12th, 1893.
Yeah,
They're like, okay, you're old enough.
you're fine.
Nailed it.
Yeah, because I looked it up, and it's like
You're 112.
Yep.
nice, but no, it's you just proof of a driver's license or proof of ID. You upload it or do something, and like you just get an account. So I assume it's going to be literally just the next wave of like fraudulent activity. It's like, hey, give me a TikTok account, give me a burner Instagram. Like I'm only 15, but I need one. Like, what are we doing?
You can just get those IDs.
Well, that's
That's how kids get into bars. And they scan. So they're real.
L.
Did you ever have a fake ID?
No, we just did the pass back. Worked every time. None of us looked the same, but we would just literally,
Yep.
same ID to like 4 people.
I never understood it. Again, it's probably the swim instructor that helped you out.
Yeah,
Like if people actually did their jobs.
yeah,
Like, because I've seen people's fake IDs and I'm like, this isn't you.
yeah. You're
Yeah.
Asian. Yeah.
Correct.
How do you hate Asians now?
Yeah, like people are like, oh,
guys.
it's my doppelganger. It's like, no, he's
Yeah.
not.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You have vaguely similarities. Like
Yeah.
there's a huge gap between I look like this person and it's my doppelganger.
I think in our like infantile, young 20-year-old brains, like we would take turns of whose ID we would pass back that given night. And I mean, Dirk is
Stigler?
6'4". I mean, twice the size of us. We'd pass his around, and they're just like, all right, get in here, Dirk.
My
4
21st
Dirks.
birthday, my brother passed back his ID to Evan Jeffers,
Yeah.
who's 6'6".
Yeah.
And then Evan proceeded to pass it back to Tyler Phipps, who's 5'6".
Same guy.
Same guy.
Really looked at this one.
And it
did
was
you?
all 3 in a row. It was
Yeah.
just like ding, ding, ding. And they were just like, all right.
Yeah, because they literally just do the, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah, it's tough. But Texas,
Tejas.
Ban social media, man.
Please.
Yeah, that's shop talk.
Shop talk dead.
Man, that was girthy.
That was girthy.
I literally was thinking about making the airport one just an ongoing, like, 6-part series. Like, I was
Yeah.
just going to take a certain part of air travel and just break it down.
You mean like I've been doing? But I guess that just doesn't count when I do it.
You didn't. You did it one time and you said I want
We
loud.
did it
I want,
twice.
I want loud music.
We talked about airports, and we talked about airports again, and then
yeah,
we talked about
airport's a third.
Yeah.
But
But
he's saying
I was saying, like, different parts of it. Like, not just we're talking about airports again, but, like, this week it's this. I'm breaking it down this way. I want to talk about this part next.
this week is checking in and getting your seat.
Correct.
Next week it would be
How
checking
I
bags
would
versus
change
not
it.
checking bags.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third part, baggage claim. Why does
Yeah.
it take fucking forever?
Love it. Okay. Wabs. Worse than the best.
Ooh.
Warbos. Okay.
The Wabos.
This is the Wabos. My worst. It is dealing with anxiety and seasonal depression, and potentially just regular depression.
Keep it real here on the pod.
Yeah. I didn't realize until we did the pod
Such
at Bruner's Pub. Dude, like, I understand now when people say they have, like, because it wasn't a panic attack. I'm not trying to do this woe is me thing, but, like, my anxiety would just randomly spike because I'm like, I'm fixated on you guys. I'm trying to, like, keep the conversation going, keep the show alive. Then there's other people involved. Then there's just background white noise. And I'm like, I'm fucking freaking out here. I was like, fuck.
I'm having a bad trip, yeah.
Yeah, like, literally, it felt like I was taking shrooms and I was in a circular room, even though the room was square. Like, it was weird. And yeah, so that's my worst.
L.
L.
Big, fat, depressive L. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Ah.
So that's my worst. We made it through.
Well, I mean, I guess to put a small positive on your L, I think you handled it well because I didn't know that you were fucking in the weeds.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking guy, dude. I tuck that down. Then I cry later when I get home and play the.
Because women don't do that.
Equality.
Well,
They wear their emotions on their sleeve. You would see it.
I wear them on my sleeve when I'm at home playing the sad playlist. I don't wear them out in public, you idiot. God.
Do you think you'd be
L.
as depressed if you knew you didn't have a sad playlist to go home and listen to?
I don't know. I mean,
You think you feed
Because I think at
into it?
times you get into a mindset and you're like, when I get home, I'm playing this.
I'm gonna
You just
cry.
feed into it.
Yeah, no, I definitely do. But I mean, part of me just genuinely.
Who's here? What was that noise?
No, part of me genuinely does like enjoy just watching the end of Fast and the Furious 7 because that song's just goated. And then they pull up to each other. You thought you could go without saying goodbye? And
I'm
that's-
dead, Dom.
And that's how I knew we were brothers. Because you did too. Living your life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah! It's fire, dude. I love it, but I cry.
Like, I get the symbolism,
Symbolism?
but, like, where's he going?
Correct.
Off.
Like, where's Brian going? Where's Dom? Like, Dom's going to get more Coronas. Brian, was he circling back?
I don't know. He's dead.
He's just leaving his kids, leaving his wife. I'm just going to go on a drive. Don't worry about it.
He's got to think about some things. He lost his bestie. It's tough.
It's like that scene at the end of Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
where he just walks off stage and the band doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, no, I'm just out. Like, I'm just leaving the band.
I thought I knew what you were talking about, but that's American Dreams. Or no, what's the one with Kate Hudson?
Dirk Diggler?
Dirk Diggler. No.
No.
Boogie Nights?
No, not Boogie Nights.
Almost Famous?
Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. Rock movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my worst. So one of you guys go now, please.
My worst, as I kind of alluded to it.
Yeah.
Traveling, missing a connected flight when it wasn't our fault.
Check the tape.
We get back to the Delta desk, and there was a couple there that was trying to get the same connected flight. They were from Rochester, New York. Their plane had some engine failure, which, first of all, if I'm on the tarmac and that happens, just open the door.
Yeah.
I'm not staying on the plane. But they had, I don't know how long the flight time was from New York to Atlanta, 0 heat on the plane.
I would love that, honestly. I love a cold plane.
I was thinking about it, and I
But
was
then
like,
you're 30,000 feet in the air.
Correct.
Ice spilled down the wing.
Yes.
How cold's it getting in here?
I'm like, would you rather have no heat or no air? And I'm like, the initial one is like, oh, I would rather be hot. But I'm like, I bet it gets brisk
yeah.
30,000 feet up in the air. Now, again, you get a bunch of people in a small little
Right.
cabin just sweating bullets.
Everybody's just breathing in that thing.
Yeah. But no, it was one of those where, so there's essentially 5 of us. There's that couple, there's my aunt, and then there's me and my mom. So the couple gets to the one lady first, and the guy's just kind of being like, well, what are you doing? What are you getting us on? What other flight? You need to pay for us to get to here, doing the whole shebang. And finally the lady's like, the 1:30 flight's full. 3:30 flight's full. 5 o'clock, we may be able to get you on, but there's one seat. You guys are like, all right, we need to go to another airline. Like, you guys need to, this wasn't our fault. And then finally it was that back and forth where she was just like, hey, there's a phone right there if you want to call like our customer service. And he's like, well, that's kind of you, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I can't do anything. And so my aunt, who's just super laid back, was just kind of doing the same thing. Well, can I get on standby? Like, what are the chances I get onto this flight? And then a third lady comes, and me and my mom are next, and we walk up, and she was just like, well, give us your boarding tickets. And she was like, I just need to see your IDs. And again, this is now, our flight was at 8:10.
In the morning?
Correct, the connected one. So this is probably like 8:20, because again, we had just missed it.
Yeah.
And she was like, I need to see your licenses. And I'm like, why? Like, you didn't ask for theirs. Like 10 seconds later, she's like, all right, we have you on the 11 o'clock flight. You guys have to board at 10:20. And then the couple next to us, even my aunt, were like, what? Like, we were here first.
Yeah.
And she was just like, well, yeah, it's just kind of one of those things where it was like when you bought your ticket, like there was like no explanation. And even me was kind of like, that's kind of shitty.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad I got a ticket. And then my aunt obviously ended up getting on our flight with the
The
standby.
standby.
But the people before us, like, they just rented a car and drove because they're like, we can't chance this.
From Atlanta?
Yeah. We're like, we're super irate that you just randomly got on this plane.
Damn.
And that's what I'm just like, there has to be some sort of system in place.
Yeah.
You just
Wait, they flew from New York to Atlanta, and they were going from Atlanta to Nashville?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were driving from
Oh,
Atlanta
no.
back to fucking I was
God
like, ugh.
damn.
But yeah, it was just one of those things where we're like, I'll take it. I don't want you to be mad at me because I didn't do anything wrong. I
Right.
don't know why the lady at the desk gave it to me.
Right.
But
Was it like a pay it forward moment, or is that where the airlines are like strict of, again, just a weird policy where it's like, nope, this is your ticket?
yeah, I think
dude,
that's
you
how it
can't-
was. Because I was going to actually give my ticket to my aunt so
Right.
my mom and my aunt could go and I would just take a later flight because there's no reason that she needed to stay at an airport by herself.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm like, nah, chances are they probably would be sticklers for that once you got into it.
Yeah.
But because we even tried to kind of get an explanation because technically my aunt booked her flight before me and my mom did. So like she probably should have got priority.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it works. Again, it's the Wild West.
Airlines.
But we just
Airlines,
missed
baby.
it. Just kind of set the tone. Like it was an overall pretty good weekend. But it just sucked in the moment. I'm like, this just blows.
Yeah.
The unknown of knowing, like, I don't know when I'm going to get on a plane.
Did your sister go?
Yeah, she drove.
Oh, they drove?
Yeah,
That's 6-hour drive.
it's tough.
Fuck that.
They got there before we did.
Who cares? At what cost?
The 12 hours it took him to get there?
Big L.
I mean, again, there's
The
different
driving
parts.
there is not bad.
The
The
driving,
driving back.
Yes.
That's-
Anything over 3 hours, like I said.
But I mean, there is
fucking-
trade-offs because, I
What
mean,
about 4?
we had to Uber
Uh-huh.
everywhere. They got to drive.
3.5.
Right.
So, I mean, I would just probably rent a car next time.
Yeah.
shit.
And I'm sure we spent more money in terms of flights, but Mom had some miles. That's why we did it. But yeah, there's trade-offs.
Okay, man.
Anything over 3.
Anything over 3.
Anything over 3.
It's the worst. Fuck that. What's your worst?
Honestly, I had a pretty good week, not gonna lie.
Well, give us something. Give
Love
us
it.
give us a little tidbit.
Stub my toe.
Yeah.
I will. And the next segment,
Yeah.
we're gonna turn it around.
Oh, upside down?
Man. I had some no call, no shows,
Just keep it
which
simple.
just
Keep it
fucking
light.
sucks. But
Breezy.
I'll let you go with one. The second one, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, you're
So
gonna-
there's a couple ones where I just had to be like, hey, man, click, click, click.
You're
Suck
done.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I hate that. Like, I hate that feeling of doing it because it's like, I didn't cut anybody. Like, if I was able to get somebody in, like emergencies, squeeze somebody in,
Right.
I wouldn't charge you.
Right.
But it's like,
You're costing me
it
money.
was a short week because, spoiler alert to my best, we did a company trip.
Yeah.
So we were leaving. So I wasn't working Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
So it was like technically Thursday was my Friday. And you're just like,
Right. This sucks.
nah, I'm not going to show up. Not going to tell you. Not going to do anything to let you know. And I was just like, sick, tight.
Something's going on in the water, or there's something in the water where people just don't commit to things like they should. Like when
Yeah.
you make a commitment, people just do not care about like keeping that promise. It's
Yeah.
wild. I don't get
And it's
it.
like, just let me know. Chances are,
Yeah.
I'll just be like, okay, I
So-
won't charge you.
That's all I gotta do.
Literally. And you're just like, nah, fuck you. I'm not going to say anything.
I guess now that I
And
say
then I'll
that,
message you and then you don't say nothing back.
I
and
was
I'm
like,
all right.
this guy.
part of me gets the anxiety part of it. It's like, now I'm gonna be a dick and text this guy. Like, I don't know.
Uh,
Leave you on red for 2 days and then
Honestly, just call the shop phone. I'm not going to answer and just be like, hey,
Got to cancel.
Just let Justin know I'm not going to be able to make it.
Touche.
Bing,
Okay.
bang, boom.
Okay, frowns upside down. Bestie time. Mine. Turning into a grown-up person, and fingers crossed, I think we're gonna build a house. So
Nice.
yeah, it's good stuff. It's fun to see it all play out, and just I've always been really intrigued by like blueprints
Yeah.
and just like the floor plans of stuff, and then you start doodling on it of all the shit you're gonna do, and on paper it looks tight. Let's just hope it turns into that, like, you know, the high ceilings, and then my biggest thing was having an outside, like, you know, cement patio. I don't even know what you call it, like just a
Patio.
patio.
Just a patio.
Yep,
You nailed
covered
it.
with a fan.
Cement square.
Yes, that, and then able to, you know, TV mount ready, and then having
So you're
like,
trying to get like a more of like a 3 Seasons room, or just like at least
but just have it completely open where it's just like the posts and there's no like, you know, walls or windows or nothing. You know,
Yeah,
what
just
I
a
mean?
covered patio.
Yeah,
just covered patio.
but not like that fucking the pergola shit where it's just like logs on top of like
Yeah,
a thing. Yeah, like
actual roof.
It's covered, and then just a thing off to the side of it with a fire pit, dude. I just want to be outside and just chilling.
I get you, man.
House stuff.
That is
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah,
No fires in Huntertown. There's a rule. So good luck.
I mean, I'll keep it low.
I'm just kidding.
Put it on low. Yeah, no fireworks or just fire.
Fires. I'm just kidding. dude.
You
I
know,
just
you
made that
literally
up.
just can't play Katy Perry.
Baby, you're a firework. That's my best.
My best.
Yeah.
Again, went to Tennessee. Saw my niece graduate from college.
Graduations are tight.
Shout out to Kylie, graduate from the University of Middle Tennessee State.
Ooh,
Home of the
Fighting Blues.
Fighting
I know,
Blues,
so
baby.
just kept saying True Blue.
the MTS.
Yeah. I was gonna either bring this up in shop talk, my worst, but again, to go along with the graduations,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it needs to be full TSA to get into a graduation,
Yeah.
but the person next to you should get to punch you in the face if you bring in an air horn.
No way, dude.
Yeah, it's the worst. You're the worst.
I mean, it's only going to go off in theory one time, right?
Unless everybody does it.
I guess I could see that. Like if every parent was like, "This is
Yeah.
gonna be a sick idea,"
And it just prolongs it because
Everybody gets kicked out.
well, no, because
you
the
can't hear it, and then they
yeah,
gotta speak
because
again.
the speaker wants to not like, oh, if you're doing your air horn for 10 seconds and then I call your son's name and you don't hear it, so they're like, okay, I guess I'll wait till all the noise is down to say the next person's name.
Yeah, that should just be one of those like rites of passage where if you can do the cool whistle thing with your fingers, and then it's just fucking louder than shit. Hats off to you. But
Or heaven
don't-
forbid you actually do what they say and just like hold up the applause until the end
nobody does
and
that.
then erupt.
Nobody does
Nah.
that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like it was
should be-
rowdier than a high school graduation.
It should be you get kicked out.
What
Yeah.
what rowdiness level are graduations? I guess I've never ranked them.
I mean,
They get pretty loud.
yeah, and I haven't been to one in a while. Like one guy had a bullhorn, a literal bullhorn, and was just screaming into it.
What's a literal?
Like the big
Oh,
Hey,
is it like an
yeah.
electric one?
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, dude, those fucking rule.
Unless you're at a graduation,
I don't know.
then you suck.
That would be sick, though. Was he saying funny stuff?
He just no.
That's tragic. Missed opportunity. L.
L.
Yeah, but it's
Man.
just like, oh my goodness.
Bummer.
But no, her boyfriend.
What'd you guys do when she got her name called?
Uh,
Fuck the air
clapped.
horns.
Yeah, we did. We literally clapped.
Did you do the golf clap? I have a good golf clap.
I mean, it was I don't know. But no, shouted out to Kylie, and then her boyfriend he listens to the pod, and he finally was like, it's nice to see a face with one of the names. I'm
Yeah.
like, we don't watch this on YouTube.
So I guess you're not watching us on YouTube,
You
bud.
son of a bitch.
No, I'm just joking.
Air horn.
But no, it was a good weekend time with the fam. You know, obviously without the traveling, everything without with a hitch. But again,
Did you guys go party that night?
the actual graduation night, they went out because me and my mom and my aunt had to get up at 3 again to catch a flight home.
Fuck
So
that, dude.
no,
You know the ice is gonna be on the wings. You'd be all right.
I'm telling you, the perfect window to pick a flight is noon to 4.
no,
You don't go anywhere super early. You don't go anywhere super late.
absolutely not.
Noon
The
to 4.
Oh no, because
Earlier
like,
the better,
yes.
dude. Get fucking home.
in the moment
You
it
think,
stinks,
and then
but
you got to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and you're
That's
like,
fine.
"This is dumb."
That's fine.
yes, when I arrived at my house before noon, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Again, at what cost?
Nothing. I was fine.
Yeah.
Didn't get the
I was
beauty sleep.
I was a little groggy in the morning. Don't get me wrong. I thought I was gonna pass out like early last night because the old 3 a.m. alarm went off twice in a 48-hour period. I was up till 11. Needless to say, I'm running a little bit on fumes.
Well, keep drinking.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Det, what's your best? I think we know, but go ahead.
Yeah. So shout out to Lace Barber Co. Shout out to Christmas Trip 2022. Put in the books. We rented basically a huge house with like a barn
Yeah.
that had like a full basketball court and then a loft up above it
Saw that.
with like TV and like pool tables and everything. It was just a good trip, good vibes. Everybody got to go. Significant others. Had a surprise visit. One of the other owners thought they couldn't come. They showed up for Friday night, which was real cool. Shout out Wendell's, Fort Recovery, Ohio.
Nice.
Great barbecue. Shout out Doug. That was there too. If you're listening,
Doug.
you're just super
Love
creepy.
Doug.
Creeped everybody else out. But no, went undefeated in every game we played.
Nice. Did
Not
you
a big
guys,
deal.
I'm assuming you had to play men versus women the whole weekend, right? Because of equality? You wanted to make sure that the teams were, everybody got a fair chance?
Nope.
Crushed him.
Nope.
All right.
It was
Just wanted to check. Just wanted
yeah.
to make sure. Yeah.
Friday night. Got stuck with the little kid on the pong table.
Yeah.
Ran it. Suck it.
Did the kid have to drink?
Yeah. I mean, he's fucking 22, but he's like,
Oh, I thought you meant
5'1".
an actual toddler.
My goodness. I can only imagine the stupid ass rules that are in beer pong now.
we kept it pretty simple.
18 get added every year, I feel like.
Yeah, we talked
That's pretty
about
simple.
Yeah.
I think,
It is simple. You throw a cup into a ball, that should be it.
it.
or you
Rewrite.
throw a ball into a cup.
Nope.
Cup
I want to
into
throw
a
the cup
ball.
into the
I
ball.
want to throw the
Yeah.
cup into the ball.
Multiverse.
I think we did
W.
have to make the first cup before you can get a re-rec, 2 re-recs. Fire.
Don't
and
put
then
your elbows
shoot team
over the
miss.
table.
Did you say you have to make a cup before you get a re-rack?
You have to make the front cup, the
Oh,
very
okay. I was
front
like,
cup
well, yeah, I would
before,
hope so.
before you
Hey,
get
change these
off
up.
for a re-rec.
Make the triangle the other way, would you?
Yeah, so it's like some people can't make that front cup, and they just start knocking out
Picking
everything
apart.
behind it, and then they're like, all right, well, now I got the whole back row and the front cup, and they're just shooting at it. I'm like, let me get a re-rack. I'm like, yeah, make that front
Gotta
cup.
make the front one.
Player.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we played basketball. Shout out East Side, beat West Side. So
Yeah.
we just did like different sides of the barbershop, this side versus that side.
Nice.
We won.
Hell
And
yeah.
then the shooting contest, won that.
Kobe.
They saw the beer pong skills. It just translates.
It translates.
Shoot or shoot, baby.
They do.
Then had to get on the hockey table, put the skates on. Did that.
Lovely weekend.
It was
Crushed
good.
them all.
Crushed them all.
So you went undefeated. How many games like total did you win? What was the tally when you left?
I think I was 4-0 in beer pong. We were 2-0 in basketball. And then like 3-0 in shooting contests.
9-0 on the weekend.
And then like 3-0 on the hockey table.
12-0 on the weekend.
Yeah.
Perfect
Those are
season.
series, not games.
Perfect season.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I lost a couple games, but you win the series. You win the war.
Wabs.
Wabs.
Love it.
Wabbed it out. Top 3 draft season. Week 14?
14.
15.
14. Because there's been 13 winnings thus far. Because you have 7.
Mm-hmm.
Skur has 4.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2.
Okay.
That is 13.
4 weeks left.
Tis the math. Tis the
Tis
season
the
to
math.
do math.
This is week 15.
This is week 14.
Okay.
What'd you pick? Because you won.
'Tis the season. Christmas movies.
Boom. And Skur Daddy were dead last per usual. So
I came in third.
What was the tallies? What was the final count?
I didn't count, but I just know he was dead last.
Wow.
Yeah.
Scur, I'd ask for a recount, dude. I don't fucking like that.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I don't get a win, I'll pick first. I got hosed. It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. I'm really good at winning second.
I don't even know that you are.
Okay.
So, W.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not first, you're last, but that's just what Ricky Bobby says.
Well, Ricky Bobby's dad.
He's dead?
When he was high on peyote. Ricky Bobby's dad.
Oh.
When he was high on
I was
peyote.
like, he's dead? Jesus Christ. Based on a real
Superstar.
real person? Yeah.
So to me, I think there's one of two choices here.
You're going to be such a
Ooh.
fucking idiot. I can feel it right now. I'm getting it ready, so go ahead.
It is the Miracle on 34th Street. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't-
My mom would have jumped out of her rocker,
I
but
don't
I
got
mean,
that,
nobody
dude.
else would have fucking done nothing.
Yeah, for me, I probably haven't seen this as many times as some of the other ones, but every time it's on, I get excited.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas Vacation.
Damn it! I thought you were going.
Christmas Vacation.
Nope. It's the Griswolds, man.
It's
It's not the holidays without them.
there's something about it.
You serious, Clark?
Right?
Kids, you hear that?
Shitter's full.
That's Santa. You serious, Clark? Save the neck for me. Hey, Griswold, what are you gonna do with a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
You got some nerve, Griswold.
I wasn't
Well, talking to you.
It's the best. It's the best.
It really is because he just, oh my God, he's just, it's good.
Yeah, I've seen it enough to know like some of the hidden gems of it, and you wouldn't think anything of that. Like it's just a throwaway 15
Yeah.
seconds, but it is perfect.
It's
Like right when it starts out and he's like, Merry Christmas, fuck you, stick your head up his ass. You stick your head up his ass, fuck you.
It's just those
can
iconic
kiss my-
moments where
Yeah.
you're like, when you really play back a movie and how there's only like 3 to 5 great moments of that. Like that is number one to me, hands down. And I'm just like, other than that, I think second just has to be fucking cousin. What? Why can't I think of his name?
Cousin
Ed.
or uncle?
No, cousin
Ed.
Cousin Eddie.
Oh,
yeah.
Cousin Eddie.
Like it's just it's so.
Oh,
fucking,
come on, Uncle Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. But yeah, that's a great pick. It really puts a wrench in my. I did a fantasy draft.
But I served you up number 2 on a platter.
I know, but
Fine.
shout out to Fisher and shout out to the Fishers. They're married. We did a fantasy draft.
For Christmas movies?
Yeah,
Nice.
Fisher didn't realize we were doing it tonight, and so we were like, yeah. Anyways,
Who was Fisher? Was Fisher supposed to be me?
No, it went him,
A little prep time.
me, and then no, it went KT, me, and him. So I was second.
Yeah, so he was me.
Yes.
Okay.
Question mark.
Well, he's the third pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here, I think I have to go Kansas City Shuffle here, where everybody wants you to zig, and I'm gonna zag. But I think
I love this for me.
It's great when you're in the 3 spot and he does this.
but
It's
I
awesome.
but I think it's because I have to take it. It's Home Alone. I have to take it.
1 or 2.
Home Alone 1.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no zagging there.
Okay. Oh, I just want to make sure. But to me, it's one of those where it's just
It's where McDonald's is off the board at number 1 and you don't take Chick-fil-A too.
well, no, because I think we probably know what's going to be 3, if I had to guess. But we're not going to say anything. Obviously, we can speculate in our minds.
Yeah.
But Home Alone, to me, that trilogy, which I do call it a trilogy because I love the third one solely based off the fact of that RC car. Like I was a kid, I fucking loved it. I used to get rock hard for it. I wanted it so bad.
I don't even know that it was a trilogy. I think there's another one. I think they made literally.
When they go
I
straight
think
to
there's
VH,
6.
yeah,
I
when
think
they go
there's
straight to
6 of them.
VHS and all that bullshit, and they go to fucking Hallmark, those don't count.
I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Home
Oh,
Alone
that's right.
something,
It's
and
because
then
the main
Home Alone
character in the
something.
4th one's a woman.
Is it?
Hate it. Straight to fucking DVD.
Yeah, but anyways, so it's
Big L.
to go back to what I was saying, the trilogy aspect. It reminds me of Back to the Future, where the second one to me was my favorite for the longest time. And I don't know if it's just as you get older, like the nostalgia for some reason kicks in more for the first one. But I mean, it
Yeah.
really does. It, like the first Home Alone and the first Back to the Future, they're just fucking iconic. They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
I love them.
I saw, I think it was Stephen Emile. Shout out Arrow.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I think he tweeted something like a week ago. He was like, the last 20 minutes of Home Alone 2 might actually be better than the last 20 minutes of Home Alone. And I'm like,
It's
I don't know.
dude.
I don't know.
Some of the banter in the well, I'm
Suck
Suck
brick, kid.
brick,
It's the best.
kid.
It's the best.
you literally
Like
like
the
it's-
highlight of the movie.
and it's a grown man is ready to just assault and kill a toddler with a fucking brick, just 2 or 3 stories up, and he doesn't give a fuck. Like he is ready to
He's
kill.
chucking it.
He's killing
Yeah.
this child. Like, and I love
Marv was about that life the
Yeah,
entire
dude.
time.
I love that Kevin pushed a grown man to the brink where he wants to kill a child.
Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck this
Flat
kid.
house homicide.
Suck brick, kid. You're dead. Oh, okay, yeah. But third pick. You got the turn. Third
got
and
the
4.
turn.
3rd and 4.
It is no question here. It is Buddy. I'm picking Elf.
You are picking Elf. Okay.
Yep. It's good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
I mean,
so
you
if
could
you're-
argue
no,
that
you're
could be one.
Yeah.
I was literally going to take it if it was there for me in the second round. Sheerly
Oh, I
off.
thought you were going to say it to us like it was.
No, sheerly,
Yeah.
sheerly based off of value because of everybody talking about it. I
Yeah.
don't think I've watched that movie, not even from beginning to end. I don't think I've watched a full 20 minutes of it.
Really?
I think to me it was the Christmas version of Napoleon Dynamite. It was so gutted into everybody's like agenda, I didn't want any part of it.
The only
Wait, so you
reason-
don't like Napoleon Dynamite?
No, I did, but I'm saying like at that time when it came out, it was so force fed to the world that I think a lot of people got sour of it really quick. Like that.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So
Yeah.
solely the reason why I don't watch it to this day.
Elf
Yeah,
is
it's not for me. It's for
Elf
the
is
people, though.
Elf to me
Exactly, I know.
is your Napoleon Dynamite.
Man,
Yeah.
mean,
Name
there are
me
good parts.
one funny line from it.
Must be a South Pole elf.
See, that's good.
it is.
That's good. I like that. Yeah.
Dude, he gets beat up by the midget from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just comes across the table and just starts working him over.
suck brick kid. Oh shit. Okay. I understand the pick. However, I don't like it.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But you're going to take it for the value because you know it's good.
Yes.
Okay.
From a mainstream cliche standpoint, I know it's good, but L.
He got offered $30 million to make a sequel.
He said no.
And turned it down.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yes. Smart.
He knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
buddy. Hope you find your dad.
That's where that's from?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sweet.
You know who didn't say no to that?
Who?
The boys from The Hangover.
I mean, the second one is great.
It's not great.
We'll debate it. But anyways, coming around.
Coming around the turn, we're
Come
taking
around.
a stop in Whoville.
Oh.
Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas Jim Carrey version.
Oh, I was gonna say which one.
I'll put JC. Parentheses. Yeah. Okay. That was unexpected. I will say that. So
Thanks.
yeah.
Keep you on your toes, bud.
Then
Do it. Do it. You know you want to.
I know.
Suck brick kid.
Just go back to back 1 and 2. No, I will play it. I don't want to say
You're just going to
safe,
give it to Skur then?
but I'm gonna be. You're doing the thing again. You're doing the thing where you want me to like pick up the card in hockey. I'm not falling for it. Fuck off. So, right here, coming in at pick number, what is this, 5?
Pick up the
Pick
card
up
in
5,
hockey. What are
baby.
you talking about?
He does this thing where he tries to mind fuck you, where it's like,
Sounds like it's worked a time
I'll
or
get
two on you.
Yeah, well, I'll give you one chance, and you kind of know based off the day, like whether or not he's bluffing or it's real. It's a touch and feel game or touch and go tag.
Yeah.
But
Women.
5th pick,
5th pick.
2nd overall for me. I think you go because there are multiple of them. Again, like we talked about.
I know what it is. It's a good one.
Tim Allen, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
It is.
Which one are you taking?
the first one.
Okay.
It's
If you didn't take that and that fell to me,
yeah. It's
Mandinga.
but it's one of those crazy things, right? Where you rewatch it, and as you're older, you almost like it and appreciate it more
Oh, 100%.
than when you were a kid, which is weird. And I don't know if it's because you gravitate more towards Tim Allen's aspect of it versus
Yeah.
the kids, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But it is just so great. Like he's just sarcastic, and it's fun.
That's another
Yeah.
one where the third is atrocious.
Oh, it's
The
bad.
one with
second
Jack
one's
Frost.
atrocious. Like again, you
The
don't
second
need
one's not terrible.
The Mrs. Claus.
you don't need to make it. Is my point. Like it was good as it was. But yeah,
You got to make it. He has to get married. And then you got to do the thing where if you were never Santa Claus, you got to do it, dude.
elves with attitude.
So bad. But we have like my girls for whatever reason have watched it like 3 times in the last week.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How many
That's so good,
times
dude.
after you watched it when you were younger, obviously, did you take tinsel and thought you could just like fucking cut through anything with it? Because they like go to the jail cell and break them out, and there's like,
Never did I think
Never.
that.
part of me was like, oh shit, this stuff around the tree might fucking just slice and dice some shit. Like, let's ride. I don't know. I was young, to preface. Yeah.
Yes, you
Seeing
were.
isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
And fucking
Is that
Bernard.
a polar bear down there directing traffic? I see it. I don't believe it.
Fucking Bernard, dude. I love, yeah, what an elf.
Dude, he's hitting on the, not hitting on him. She's like, oh, it's my recipe. He's like, oh, it took me 12,000 years to make it. He's like, you don't look a day over 1,000. Thanks. But I'm seeing somebody in rapping.
Bernard gets it.
So good. No, Bernard. So
He's a good elf.
playing the fun, like, who's that guy? Bernard in another movie is the nerdy sidekick to Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. I love that stuff.
He's the dude that fucking is about the, like, all about the fights and super bad. He's like, I've been waking up every day just wanting to fight.
Wanting to fight. Yes. Okay. But yeah, that's my second pick. The Santa Claus.
The
Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus. SC. Scott Calvin.
Ha ha shisha.
I don't know if it's too obvious or not.
It is, but again, I think it's funny. It's dropping. It's losing its draft stock, and I love it because it just plays into my narrative that I've believed for a long time, and I think it's finally coming to fruition, and I love it.
You're stupid.
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
What's coming to fruition?
Go ahead.
I don't get it.
Just fucking make your pick. 6th pick.
And then make another.
Yeah. Oh, 6th and 7th to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might go off the board here.
2nd and
I
3rd
love it.
overall.
Miracle on 34th Street.
We're going holiday movies here, people.
Christmas movies.
Holiday, Christmas, it's the same. I mean, I'm not fucking picking.
Calm down, dude. Don't say Happy Holidays. We say Merry Christmas.
Marilyn Dean, happy holidays.
Yes.
Marilyn Dean, happy holidays. Well, if you want to get technical, there's Flag Day, there's Memorial Day, there's Father's Day. I don't really celebrate that one, but
You should. I'm going Home Alone 2.
There it is.
oh, I forgot it was still on there. Okay. All right. This is going to be a battle. I think we're finally all like we're all fucking.
Yeah.
I'm torn between two movies here.
I could see it.
Actually, kind of three. One I think could be popular with the Offspringers.
Mm-hmm.
But I want it to be true to myself.
The male or female demographic, just to clarify.
This one would probably be to everybody.
Nice. A jack of all trades.
But
a
again,
jack of all genders.
I got-
Offspringers are they them?
I got to run the slate if I want to win the whole thing.
That's right.
There's
Yeah.
only 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is a big pick for me. This is a big pick for the rest of my season.
It's huge.
I got to make it count.
Yep.
We're going Bad Santa.
Ooh. I honestly,
No, don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do I honestly like it. Because then if I would have picked it, I would have been out the window.
if you would have picked it at second, yeah, I would have. I would have tossed it out the window.
But at 7, Jesus, the value.
It's a good fucking. It's hilarious, dude.
It's another one of
Thurman
those-
Merman.
I haven't
You
seen
know
it.
your name's Thurman Merman, kid? Jesus Christ!
I haven't seen it, so I honestly, I don't know.
You got to see it, dude.
It is. It's worth a watch. I mean, it might not be something you watch over and over again,
Right.
Yeah.
but the first couple of times you watch it, there's some shock and awe moments.
Oh yeah,
Then I think
it is not. I got that movie when I was like 15 for Christmas,
Yeah.
dude. It's not appropriate
At all.
Yeah,
what's crazy here is what's still
as
left.
they made a sequel to it.
Well, that yeah. What's
They
still left? And again, I just love that it's fallen, but has it fallen to me?
Yes, because you get to pick it.
Dude, if you hate it, don't pick it.
But I think I have to off the sheer fact that it will solidify the victory.
And
Or-
you hate
or-
this movie.
Yeah.
Or is it going to be the Chick-fil-A pick and everybody just roasts you on there and says how overrated it is?
Well, that's what my personal thought is on it. So
I'm just gonna mark it down here.
yeah, I think you take A Christmas Story.
Yep,
Mhm.
have to.
It's there. Truth be told, I don't know how it fell to fucking 8, but I love it that it fell because it's like God, I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head, but it's draft day where that quarterback Bo
Bo Callahan.
Callahan, and they're like, guess
His
who went to
friends
his
didn't come to his
birthday party? Yeah, and it's like, yeah, this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And then what's his nuts returned the playbook with the $100 or whatever in it, and then Bo like didn't. It's
Bryce Drew.
yeah.
Fun fact: this movie runs for an entire day every year.
Fun fact: it could run for 1 hour of the 24, and I would still be pissed.
I'm saying I've yet to see it.
Are you
All the
serious?
way
Like
through?
in your entire life?
Not one scene.
I mean,
You've seen a scene.
yeah,
No.
You have to have seen a highlight.
the
Red
Red
your entire
Red
life.
Rider BB gun and the
I know.
the
I know. I
lamp
know
leg.
he has something to do with a BB gun. Isn't there like a piano thing?
No, there's a lamp leg. That's
A
good.
piano thing?
Something.
I will
some
say it's-
piece of furniture.
That's big, dude.
Some furniture.
Imagine it's the classic, like, this didn't age well. Like, the dad is just fucking weirdly turned on by this lamp leg.
What's wrong with that?
Because it's fucking weird. It's a leg that's a lamp, and it's like, just like slutty.
Yeah, but it's burlesque. That's back in the 50s.
Burlesque was like a 50s word for slut.
Yeah.
Slutty.
Yeah.
It's like,
D.
yeah, and it's just,
You
Women.
aren't allowed to do that, dude.
that lamp is a big L.
That lamp's tight, dude.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, go on Etsy right now. That lamp's probably $1,000.
What's the kid's name? Charlie? Georgie?
no, what's his name? Ralph?
Ralphie.
Ralphie. I knew it was an E at
Ralphie.
the end.
Yeah, and the whole movie drives me insane, but
His brother's name's Charlie, right? Maybe.
You're looking at me?
I think is it maybe because the person they picked to do like the narration, that voice just drives me up a wall. Like it's just
You didn't like it?
it's the whole movie. and I don't even know what was going on.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Like,
A crummy commercial.
yeah, like it's just ass. I don't like it, but I had to pick
But
it.
you had to pick it.
Well, I tell you what. If I win the week and I round this out with my picks,
Yeah.
I will watch A Christmas Story.
Nice.
You mean if I win?
No, I'm saying like if I end up winning based off of my selections
Yeah.
to be a well-rounded drafter, I will give Christmas Story a shot.
If I win, I won't do anything except accept the victory.
It's fine. You're not going to win.
So thank you.
He might.
No, he's got a good lineup.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. What are we taking? Mr. Irrelevant.
Man,
Pick 9. There's a lot of good stuff on the board.
there's so much good stuff on the board.
Yeah.
So many good movies.
Although you do feel like there's just a ton of Christmas movies,
Yeah.
there just really aren't that many
Oh, but I'm staring at.
of like absolute bangers.
There's like 20 bangers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm staring at 5 more.
That would be 14.
What?
I said not 20.
No, I have 13 written down.
I mean, it's an entire genre.
Yeah.
Correct.
But like you start like when you have to like really start racking the brain to start thinking them,
Sure.
that's where I think you're like, oh.
But you want to know which? I
like
mean,
Deck the Halls is good. It's not a banger.
4
No,
Christmases.
it's not.
Right.
4
no,
Christmases is a banger.
it's not a banger Christmas movie.
It's not a top 9, I'll tell you that.
No.
Dude, fucking
Because
Not
I
even
ain't picking
close.
it.
John Favreau.
It is
he's,
good, though.
He's undercover like the best part about
I'm Dallas. That's Toronto.
it. It's so good. But no, I was gonna say
That's
not,
Orlando.
not to get off topic because it's more of like a movie pod episode. I think it's because we have yet to like let our brains wrap around like the Netflix movies that are actually good or above average that are like holiday movies, seasonal movies, stuff like that.
Name one.
Talking Christmas Chronicles right now.
Like Christmas Chronicles. There's
I ain't
one that's
picking
like
it, but
there's one of course that's like a rom-com. Like a couple of them are. And I'm just fucking smit by
Hold on.
them.
There's a rom-com on Netflix
Yeah,
that no one's heard of
love them.
that pops up in the queue.
Love it.
What?
What do you mean?
It's a joke because there's 900 of them. That's why they are billions of dollars in debt because
Well,
they bang out 5,500
Yeah, but
movies
you
a
got to
month.
trim it down to holiday Christmas, dick.
mm.
You get it. Ninth,
Mr. Irrelevant pick.
ninth and final.
Gonna lead the team to a Super Bowl.
I know, it's crazy.
Purdy.
I know it's
Stay
crazy.
tuned. Actually, I've already heard it by now.
I didn't even want to pick it because
It's there. You have to.
Yes,
it is. It's there. It is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I thought you were gonna go Die Hard.
No.
Because it's not one. You can't.
He even says it's not a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Watches roast.
If the guy who says it, then yes, that's
No.
you.
Okay, so yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of those where it's literally in the title, but I have a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that it's a Christmas movie. I don't know why. I just do.
Okay.
I wanted to take Love Actually. It's
no.
just a really good movie.
Rom-com.
It's not a rom-com.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I wanted to take The Night Before.
The
Movie
night
was
before.
so fucking good.
The Night Before is on there for me, dude. Just
Polar
or-
Express.
Polar Express was on there. It was between Night Before Christmas or Polar
Yeah,
Express.
Mine was Polar Express or
giant
That's it.
keyboard doing fucking ding, Runaway.
Yeah.
Look at you, and then fucking get Miley Cyrus and they just do Wrecking Ball. I'm like, God, this is good.
Yeah.
Hits home.
Four Christmases is up there. I do love that movie.
Jack Frost with Michael Keaton turns
do
into a
love that movie,
snowman.
dude.
Love it, dude.
Jingle All the
I
Way.
did show Molly
Little-
that movie
Little
like
Schwarzenegger.
2 years ago, I think, or
So
last year.
Fire.
Yeah.
Dude.
She was like, "What is this movie?" And I was like, "It's Michael Keaton turns into a snowman. He dies."
Yeah.
She's like, "What?" I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, but his spirit comes back as a snowman."
Hanson had a popular song that was implemented into it because they made a Christmas album. Fire.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So good.
Jingle All the Way. I do love that.
Jingle All the Way. He's got two. Who said you could eat my cookies? Yeah, it's Jingle All the Way is really good. I was surprised nobody picked that.
Yeah.
It's not a top 9.
I think if I could have replaced A Christmas Story with that, I would have. If I knew Dutt wouldn't have taken it.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like somebody had to have taken it, and it was weird that it was me, and ironic if you will, but yeah. So
Also, like Scrooged. You ever see that with Bill Murray?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
on a
love
lot
that.
of the lists.
Yeah. That like Christmas Carol,
Yep.
but like the Jim Carrey. I can't go double Jim Carrey Christmas carols though.
Yeah.
The Christmas Carol's is it the Muppet one?
I love the Muppet Carol. Yeah, Muppet's
so,
Christmas Carol.
So good. Yeah.
That's good.
That's draft season.
It's
Top
draft
3.
season.
That's draft season, baby.
Again, vote. We tally them all.
Yes.
Emails, text, Instagram, 2dads1dad at Gmail.
They all count.
Pod count.
They all
DM,
count.
send a pigeon.
All
they all
of 'em.
count.
Send a pigeon.
An owl.
I do have a crazy
Harry
thing
Potter
with
reference.
pigeons. I'll tell you about it, guys, later. Different pod, different day.
You think they're not real too?
No, they're real.
4th and 5. We dropped it. That's not good.
But that's it. That's episode 85.
85. Staying
Love it.
alive.
Yeah, we
Tis
did it.
the season.
All right.